Welcome to Trading Lounge and the soft commodities report, and we've been looking at, well, this trend to the upside here. I'm kind of ignoring this particular spike here, but there is a possibility that, you know, within this third wave here we could have 1 and 2 here, then 3 and 4 and 5 here, then 4 and 5. So another little high to be made here. I'm not too sure about that, but it doesn't really concern me because we're just simply waiting for this market to get tired at the top and roll back down and find its proper place, its balance point, and then we'll look for the next long trade to the upside. So from the daily chart to the 2-hour chart here, yeah, look, there's a couple of possibilities here in terms of this particular pattern here. You know, as I mentioned, we can make one more new high here. It's probably, you know, this is probably an A and a B and a C locked up in here already. So I'm just a little bit unclear about it. But if we do find a really nice solid support on top of this one here, then by all means we should be looking at the long side. But otherwise we're looking for a deeper correction in play here. We just don't have it yet. So yeah, I mean, we traded up here, we got out, we've waited and we're waiting, you know, but this is the thing about, I've learned about the trading levels, is that you just trade to the biggest number, and then you need to detach yourself from any attachment that you have with the market and go find another setup in another market, because continually looking at, you know, you make money in a trend, you give it back in a correction. It's as simple as that. So you need to make it really simple, trade to the number, end the relationship and wait for the next one. Right, next market, we'll look at wheat. So what I'm going to try and do here is my attempt, instead of putting trades on a spreadsheet and so forth, and, you know, then posting them on the website and things, and it just takes a bit too much time, and I'm just so short on time. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm just going to try and use a system like this here, and put an exit in and trail the stops up and so forth. So yeah, that's what we're going to do here. So one of the points here is that I believe that if we make a new high above this one here, then we could go long from that point there. So I'm just going to put that in, because we'd been looking for wave 4 here. We spoke yesterday about, I mean, it was really sort of rough, but basically 5 waves down for wave A, and then 3 waves for wave B, and then the C wave is wave 1, 2, 3. This thing across here is wave 4, and then wave 5 down here. Now look up, I'm just guessing about this, right? So, but it has, you know, we're looking for the pullback into this, you know, within this level here, which is good. So look, if we see a nice move up here, then that top there is the trigger. A point above that top will be the trigger for the long trade, and just pop the stop under the 72 here, under the previous low, and we'll look at getting to the 650 up there. We will have a chance to add to the positions, but we'll do that on 600 here, okay, on a nice support. Okay, so that's wheat. Corn's the next one. Now, I've just done the same thing here. I've just created these little doodahs here, and we've already looked at being long, and I had to stick them somewhere, so I've just stuck them there. But the main point is that we're looking to exit at 450, and we're looking for some type of correction back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree. Now, however, if we just see a small correction, you know, the arrival, the reaction. So we do need to see something across the 450, okay? It's the midpoint. So we should see something. And after we see something, even if it's not as big as this, if it's suitable and it's got all the right look and feel about it, it's got the 450 as a tested support, well, then we'll trade up from that point, okay? So that's what we'll do there. But we've done what we've needed to do there, and that's that. And the next market is the soybean market. Now, with the soybean market, we were looking for this wave 2 to come back here, and then we were looking for wave 1 to move up and wave 2 to move back into to the 1000 here. But when I sort of consider it and look at it, it's already moved back to the 50% retracement level here. So I've made a bit of a mess of this one. I apologise for that. But looking forward, I think the best approach, that the next logical step would be, well, if this is wave 1 here, and I think that's about right, because we do have a nice sort of impulse wave here. So if we take out that top there, whatever that price is there, 38, so if we go on 39 or 41 or something like that, then go long from there and stop under here. But while it's sort of, while it's sort of in this space here, let's just give it a little bit of time here first, in case we've got some sort of A, B and C back into here. I don't think it's the case. I think we're actually going to be going up for 1, back for 2, and then up for 3 here. So we may drill in here a little bit closer to the time, and you can do that as well. But definitely we want to be on the long side, and we want to be buying new highs here. So the next market, soybeans, I think we've covered them, but I want to cover sugar. Okay, I see an opportunity in sugar, and yes, it's a little bit tricky to see in here. If I sort of squash it up a little bit, you might see it a bit better. But 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So the third wave, the fourth wave, and the fifth wave. Now, it could be wave 1, but I'm just labelling it wave A to be conservative, and wave B here to be conservative, and wave C up here. Now, this little move here is 5 waves. Now, it's quite a big 5 waves, really. So it's not big enough to be the A wave, the B wave, and the C wave to there. It's not that thing, but I think we're actually looking at a 3rd wave in here. I think we're going much higher here. And as this is wave 1 in this sequence here, this will be wave 1 in this sequence, which will be going further up. So yeah, so we're looking for a move up, and I was looking at this here, and you can see that there's 5 waves there. You can't always count them, but sometimes when you look at a pattern, your eyes will gravitate to something that you recognize, and it might be a strong 3rd wave, or wave 1 and 2, or 4th wave, or something or other. But anyway, that appears to be 5 waves, so it may not even be finished just yet as well. But when it does finish, we'll be looking for where are we? Let's just say that it goes a little bit higher here, not much, but we'll be looking for an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave back here. And then I think that if we took a position at 1250 and we kept the stop out of the way under wave 2 here, would be quite safe here. Then we can look to build the trade on this side. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. So you might have a better plan and use a bit of indicators or whatever, but that's the general picture, and we'll be looking to go to the upside here. So it is looking quite good at this stage. So yeah, 13 here is a major trading level, so it's going to give us a bit of grief there, but we'll see how we go, because we'll be in a set of 3rd waves here, the 3rd of the 3rd, so we should sort of chug along quite nicely through that. It shouldn't be too much of a problem, but it is there, and we can't put our head in the sand, so to speak. All right, I think that's it. So thanks for tuning in. Cheers.